Good morning, you guys, and happy 2025. It is officially the new year, which can only mean good things from here. With that being said, this video is basically just going to be all of the things that I do just to kind of prep and get the mindset for a new year and just kind of a refresh and restart to what becomes of a new year. Now, typically I do usually do all of these things before the beginning of 2025, but this year it was a little bit different and I do have to start at the beginning of 2025 just because these last few days before the new year I have been recovering from getting two of my wisdom teeth out. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm still really swollen. I'm not in as much pain, but I've definitely had a rough recovery process. So because of that, all of my plans for getting prepped for 2025 before 2025 have kind of been put on pause, and that's totally okay, but that just means that today we are going to work on all of that. Now, I do have quite a long list of things to kind of do for the day, so I'm not sure if this video may also fall into tomorrow, especially because it's kind of a late start because I stayed up till midnight, so I slept in pretty late, but still has the same aspects, you know, first couple days of the year, getting ready for the new year, all of that. With that being said, I am going to go ahead and take you guys along this journey of everything I do to get ready for a new year, kind of give you guys an idea of what maybe you want to do to get ready for a new year and all of that good stuff. But without further ado, let's get this video started. So every single new year, every single, like the very first day of January, no matter what, the very first thing that I do is take a shower. I know it sounds really simple and really like, wow, congratulations, Kyla, you took a shower. Good for you. I know, but it's just something, I usually do take showers at night. It's not something I normally do in the mornings, but I always do that January 1st in the morning. The very first thing I do after I wake up is take a shower. As you guys can probably tell, my hair is still a little bit damp, but that's why. The reason that the very first thing I do for a new year is take a shower is not just so that I can feel clean, which obviously is part of it because, you know, cleanliness is great, but it's also just kind of a way to wash away the past year. Whenever I'm just showering, I always think about everything that happened in the last year and all of the stuff that wasn't good, wasn't positive. I just kind of visualize like it all washing away in the shower, right? So that's just my way of like, okay, we're done with that. I don't need to keep thinking about it. I don't need to let it weigh me down. That's all last year. This is a new year. This is a new beginning. So I'm just kind of washing it away. I find that it's something that really helps me on the very first day. It just kind of puts me in the right mindset and gets me ready to just really take on the year. I don't know if you guys do something similar, but I do highly recommend just taking a shower and thinking about all the negativity just washing away. It definitely does help. That is my first suggestion of getting ready for a new year. It's always super important to also eat, like start off by eating at least kind of good for you at the beginning of the new year. Not to say that it lasts consistently throughout the year, because I've never really stayed consistent to always eating healthy, but I do my best, and I feel like if I automatically start the new year by eating junk food, like it doesn't really go well. Usually my family and I for breakfast, we have like black-eyed peas and collard greens just because they're known to help bring in luck and prosperity for the year. However, this year we did not do that. My mom and I had sushi for breakfast. Not necessarily the most practical breakfast, but it was still good. Like, we picked up sushi last night before we went and got our pizza for dinner, and that was our breakfast today. So, was it necessarily the most nutritious thing? No. Was it the most unhealthy thing? Also no. But I did counteract it because I got a juice. When we went to the store last night, I made sure that I picked up something healthy for today. And I don't usually do cold pressed juices because it's like not my thing, but I did get one. And I specifically got this one because it has collards in it. So even though I couldn't have black-eyed peas and collard greens, this still has collards in it. So still kind of keeping up with the tradition and getting those collard greens in me, just in juice format. So I highly recommend before you do anything else in your new day, like New Year celebration, new day, all of that you just get, you know, like I said, take a shower, wash away all the muck from the last year, and then also just kind of start by getting something that you think makes you feel good. With that being said, I do have a nice long to-do list of everything that I need to get done today or into tomorrow just to help with the new year. The very first thing I am going to do is switch out my calendars. So I do have a whiteboard calendar that sits right over here. I'll show you guys in a minute, but I also have another calendar that I keep in there. I get like sequence calendars for my great aunt every year, and I keep it in my closet so when I open I can just see it. And then there's also a calendar that sits right behind my door. So not only do I have to like wipe off my whiteboard one and reset it up with all my dates and stuff like that, but I also have to, I got a new calendar for behind my door for Christmas, and then I also got a calendar, like a new calendar for my great aunt for Hanukkah. Yeah, so I'm gonna go run and grab those, and I'm gonna switch out those calendars first, and then I'm gonna work on my whiteboard one just because I do put important dates and stuff on my whiteboard calendar. So this is my sequence calendar. My aunt makes these for all of us every single year for Hanukkah, and this year I got a little like beachy lighthouse one, and I really like it. It's really cute. And then, like I said, I keep it in my closet. I have a little push pin that I keep on my wall with it. This was last year's. It was butterflies and flowers, which, if you don't know me, I really love like bugs and flowers. Don't know why, just kind of my thing. So I really like the calendar. I also really like this one. It is very cute. This one is very different. I usually get flowers and like butterflies and all of that for my aunt, and this one's different, so I like having a different one this year. Okay, I have that one up in my closet, so now that one's good to go. Now I'm gonna replace the one behind my door. So I am always super picky about my calendars every single year. And as my mom knows, there are typically only 2 types of calendars that I want from 2 really amazing artists. This one was my last year one, and this was from Jasmine Beckett Griffith. And she does these really beautiful drawings of like fairies with really big eyes, and I don't know why, but I've always loved these. So I got this one last year, but my all-time favorite, this one is my second favorite artist, but my all-time favorite is Josephine Wall, because she makes the most like gorgeous. Do you see how pretty this is? And I was like, Mom, this year I want Josephine Wall. I really want Josephine Wall. So she did it. She got me a Josephine Wall one, and I'm so happy because I love Josephine Wall. The little picture that sits right above my bed is a little Virgo drawing, and that's also Josephine Wall. So I just have a little plaque or a little hook that I keep right behind my door, and I put it just right here. But obviously we need it to be on January, so. Oh my gosh, there's a little sea turtle. That's so cute. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna struggle. Give me a minute. Okay, just because I know how to do it doesn't mean I'm good at it. So, voila, look at the little turtle. It's so cute. Okay, so now my most important calendar. I'm kind of just making some room on my desk because it is obviously kind of a bigger one. This is the calendar that I base a lot of my stuff off. Obviously, I have planners and stuff too, which I also need to get my planner set up. I honestly, like, the last few months have not been good about my planners, so whoops, but that's okay. Yeah, but this like calendar is really important for me. It just, like, I see visual dates. I see when I get paid. Like, I always put my paydays on there. There's a spirit week I put post dates for YouTube on here, and like, my mind blank. Tournaments, whenever I'm having tournaments, just so I can see it. We do have a big family calendar downstairs that holds all of our dates, but this one I keep specifically just for my dates, especially because I'll put like a lot of my school tests on there. If I have like I had a final for my college, my dual credit college class, December 3rd, so I put that on there. That's not something we keep on our family calendar, so these dates are just specifically for me so I can see. first thing on my to-do list for getting ready for 2025 is done. All my calendars are changed, they're all set up, they're ready to go. The next thing on my list is my Notion board. Anyone who knows anything about Notion boards knows that they can be very time consuming and they can be very complicated. I love my Notion boards, but I am nowhere near being close to being anywhere pro level at them. My boards are very basic. I am going to try this year to maybe find a template to base some stuff off of, just because I do want more of a professional looking Notion board, just because I feel like they function so much better, and when I try and set it up myself, that doesn't happen. So I'm going to try and make a very nice Notion board, but it's probably going to be pretty time consuming, so let's do it. Okay, so I did finish my Notion board, roughly. I think I'm gonna try and work on like changing it throughout the year, just because like I really want to use Notion more. I just don't use it that frequently. But I think this is a really good start. I do like this template a lot, so I'm gonna keep it. I kind of adjusted it to fit with like me a little bit more. But we'll see how it goes. If I notice that I need something different, I'll fix it and all of that good stuff. But I think it's set for right now. Let me show you guys. Okay, so this is just a home page. I have my cover, I have the planner, I have a look at a glance, some daily priorities, links to pages, and then some little systems over here. I've got my school page, which this one I will definitely be using the most. A goals page, which I have not set up because I don't know my goals yet. I'll be doing that later today. A routines page, a books page. I did like how this template has it set up, so I'll keep it for now. If I notice I'm not using it, that's okay. And then a wish list page, which I thought was kind of nice. Anyways, Notion board is done, so second thing on my to-do to get ready for 2025 is done. So I'm going to check it off my to-do list. And then I actually am going to run out of the house for a little bit because I have to go pick up some stuff from the store. And then I'll be back in a little bit to catch you guys up and continue on. The next thing I'm going to be doing is some manifesting stuff. I know not everyone does it, but it's definitely something that I have incorporated into my life. Obviously, everyone is different. Everyone has different ways of just hoping for best, right? Manifesting is honestly just one of those things of just really putting out good thoughts to hopefully have outcomes. So yep, I will be doing that when I get back. I'll kind of just guide you guys over how I do everything and how I prepare for everything. All right, so I am back from the store. I did everything that I needed to do on about today, so I'm going to go ahead and finish this list. As I told you guys before I left, I am now working on all my manifestation stuff. Now, if any of you guys are like wanting to dibble dabble in it or intrigued by it at all, there are about a million and one different ways that you can manifest. You just kind of have to figure out what works best for you. I know when I was trying to figure out how to do it for myself, not only was I talking to my mom, but I was also watching other YouTubers and just trying to get a feel for what would work best for me. Last year for 2024 was when I started doing all of this, and as the year progressed, I got really bad about staying on top of it, but I felt it was something that honestly just kind of calmed me a little bit. It made me feel a little bit better, gave me more motivation to do anything. And honestly, it's just really nice. Basically, for anyone that doesn't know, manifesting is basically something you do. It's an intention you set in hopes of bringing good, or like a goal achieving, or something just you want into your life and have it be successful. So for me this year, there's a lot of things that I want to manifest for. Obviously, you know, getting good scholarships for wherever I end up going to school, being able to grow my platform a little bit more here on YouTube, and just a bunch of other stuff. Now, my preferred way of doing manifesting is through journaling. So I have my little journal here that I do all of my stuff in, and the main point within manifesting, no matter how you do it, is to address it as if it's already happened to you, right? You don't want to say, oh, I want this to happen to me, or I'm hoping this will happen to me, or I'm hoping this will happen. You really want to voice it and think it as if it already has. So that's what I do within these. This was for my 2024 year and my manifesting for that. And I wrote it as if it had already happened. And a lot of things, not everything, did actually happen for me this year. Like, I did end up passing all of my AP exams, which is something that I had put in here. I had made it to nationals. I started growing my YouTube channel, and just like a lot of things, you know, just looking back, I'm like, I did a lot of these things. Like, even I wrote a small thing in there about getting an iPhone, and I did that in 2024. So, you know, small things, just writing it as if it's already happened. And I do that through journaling. If you do it a different way, through meditation or something else, if that's what works for you, that's what works for you. For me, journaling is what works best for me. I like writing. I always have. But yeah, I'm gonna work on my own manifesting right now, just kind of get some stuff jotted down. I am going to outline it before I write it down. Outlining it like on a sticky note or something like that just helps me keep things on track and make sure that I don't like miss any like grouping. I know that sounds weird, but like if I am manifesting something for school, I make sure I put everything in school. Or if I'm manifesting something for my health, I put everything in health. Or something with social media, like group it all out so I don't miss anything that I'm hoping for this year. So I'm gonna go ahead and outline that and then also write that. I thought I charged my camera when I went to the store, but it's not looking charged. So I'm gonna outline and then I'm gonna charge my camera while I'm actually putting everything into my journal. Okay, you guys, so I just finished writing in my journal all my manifestations for this year. I wrote a decent chunk. I've got some nice pages here. This one was not as long as last year's, and I think it's because I made such a priority of going in with an outline. So I focused on just some, like, a few major aspects. Where'd my other card go? I wrote them on little index cards, and now I can't find the other index card. One moment. It fell off my desk. Anywho, so within my outline, I focused on specific categorical areas that I told you guys I was going to do, which focused on school, speech and debate, YouTube, financials, friends, family, travel, and relationships, as well as myself and a lot of personal growth. So everything I wrote was as if it had already happened. Like, I was writing as Kyla last night of 2025, December 31st, 2025. I made sure to consistently write how grateful I am for everything that has happened. I did not start a single sentence without saying I am grateful, I am so thankful, I am so blessed. Every single positive thing that I wrote, which was basically everything I wrote, I made sure to include just how thankful I was, because these are obviously like big askings, just all positives, huge monuments, and there's no reason that I shouldn't be grateful for them. So I'm not only writing them as if they've already happened, but also just expressing how much gratitude I have for them already occurring. So that's how I do my manifesting. Even if that's not your thing, that's totally okay, but I definitely would suggest, no matter what, whether it's a vision board, whether it's manifesting, that you just take some time in the new year to visualize what you want for yourself this year. All the monuments you want, like monumental moments you want to achieve this year, everything you want to experience this year, whatever it is, take some time to really picture it in your life. And I do that through manifesting, but a lot of people do it through vision boards. I did vision boards for a very long time, and it has like that similar aspect. You're looking forward to your future and everything it has to bring, right? With that being said, I can now tick off another thing on my to-do list. It is already 5 o'clock in the evening, so thankfully I really do not have that much more on my list. I do keep like my New Year's preparations pretty minimal. Majority of my New Year's preparations are cleaning, which if you guys didn't watch my last video, go watch it. I did a massive deep clean of my room. It was a mess. I cleaned it. I cleaned my space. My bathroom's clean, all of that. So that's majority of my preparations, which I had done before I got my wisdom teeth out. This is just other mental preparation stuff. Another thing, I have basically just 3 more things on my list to do today. And I don't know if I'm gonna get all 3 done. I might wait to do one of them tomorrow just because it's getting dark out. But basically, I'm gonna be doing some goal setting. Obviously, this is incredibly important for a new year. All of us are setting our resolutions, our goals, all of it. Yeah, it is very important just to have your mindset oriented and ready to go for a new year. So I'm gonna get my goals done. I'm gonna make a new playlist. I will make a new playlist for literally anything, but I always like to make new playlists for the beginning of the year. I am a music person. I can tell you right now, my Spotify Wrapped for 2024 had over 300,000 minutes of music. I'm a music person, so I really enjoy making playlists. It's honestly like one of those self-care things that I do. I know it seems really weird, but just taking like 2 hours to just sit there and listen to music and make a playlist, even if it's music I've never heard before, even better. And I just love making new playlists. And some of my best playlists are always my New Year ones. Like last year I had my 2024 one, and I still listen to that even at the end of 2024. Just a very good playlist. So I enjoy making playlists. And then the final thing I have to do is take down Christmas decorations. Usually we take down Christmas decorations the very, very, very first day in January. The last few years we haven't been like very much like on it about that, but I was gonna do it today. I think I'm gonna end up doing it tomorrow. Thankfully, we do not have that many Christmas decorations up this year. We were honestly not feeling very festive, which is reasonable. So I just have to basically take down the tree. I have like tiny decorations in my room that I'm gonna take down, and that's it. So yeah, that's everything I have left to do for this little getting ready for 2025. Right now I'm gonna work on my goals. Similar to how I do my manifesting outlines, I always have categories for my goals. I know that might seem weird, but I do have school goals, I have personal goals, I have goals for my YouTube channel, I have financial goals, all of this stuff. So I do break it down very, very much categorically, especially when it comes to like me. Like I'll break it down mental health wise, I'll break it down physical health wise, dietary wise, all of this stuff. Just because then I can get very specific about it, and that's where I can build habits, which habits are incredibly important when it comes to keeping your goals and reaching your goals. If you can't build habits out of your goals, then it's going to be really hard to make those goals. So let's go ahead and work on my goals. I'm just doing them on my laptop this year. Okay, so I have officially written out all of my goals. I was gonna try and make this like look super like pretty and stuff, and I might later, but right now that's like not my focus. But it was really easy to get through just like writing out all my goals, because a lot of what I put into my manifesting writing is a lot of like goals I want to accomplish. So with that being said, I'm gonna go downstairs for a little bit and go hang out with my mom, and then we're gonna come back. We're gonna do the playlist. It's almost 6 o'clock. I'll see you guys in a little bit, because this playlist, oh, I'm so excited about this playlist. I love making playlists. Anyways, I'll see you guys in a minute. For you, it's gonna be a second. For me, it's gonna be like an hour. Oh my gosh, it's so cold. Okay, hi guys, I'm back. I ate dinner, hung out with my mom for a little bit, and we did the last night of Hanukkah, and I was reading, so got distracted. But it's like 7 now, so I got distracted for a while, which is okay. But now it's time for my favorite thing ever. I get to make a new playlist. Obviously, I can't, like, you know, let you guys hear all the music as I'm doing it, so I'll like have background music going, but I will have I'll figure out how to like create a link to my Spotify so that you guys have access to my playlist. I am creating a new Spotify account specifically for my YouTube so that you guys can have access to my playlist if there's any other music enthusiasts watching this. So yeah, anyways, let's get to it. Hi you guys, so I'm all done with the playlist for right now. I'm always adding and editing playlists, so they're always ever changing, but it's good for right now. It's about, oh no, it's exactly 35 songs, and they're all like songs that are like newer to me, I guess. They're not new, and I've listened to most of them before, but they're just ones that I've like come across more recently or haven't listened to in a while. And the entirety of my playlists are just based off mood and vibe. That's about it. Every once in a while I have like a theme playlist, but when it comes to like just these seasonal ones and these new year ones, I really just go based off vibes. So yeah. But basically that's it for tonight. I did really good with getting a lot of stuff completed off of my list today. The only thing I did not get to was Christmas decorations and getting those down, so I will be back with you guys tomorrow to do that. Okay, hi you guys. So it's actually a couple days later and not actually the next day. I put off putting up, like, taking down decorations just because, like, I'm gonna take down the tree and my mom didn't want me to do that while I was home alone. And then also yesterday when she was home, we were just kind of out and about doing a lot of stuff. So it's now January 4th. But that's okay, we're still gonna do the same things. I'm gonna go ahead and first take down decorations in my room, which is gonna be really easy because I just have some like pink poinsettias right there, and then also I have bells and bows on my closet. So I'm gonna get those taken down, put those in a bag, and call it good for my room, and then we're gonna start taking down the tree downstairs. I quite literally bought the world's like most glittery decorations for my room. I'm now once again covered in glitter, and so unfortunately is my floor. But here's all my Christmas decorations. I'm taking down Christmas decorations and my room is done. Now I'm gonna go do the tedious job of taking down the Christmas tree, which I decorated this year, so gotta get all that taken down. Thankfully, it's only the front half of the tree because I did not decorate the back half of the tree this year. Alright you guys, so all of our Christmas decorations are down now, so that's all good. We're ready for the new year. There's no more Christmas decorations. For me, that's always a sign that the new year has begun, is the end of year holiday. So yeah, all of that's down. I am covered in pink glitter because all of the Christmas decorations this year I put up myself, and all of it was pink because I love pink, and it was sparkly, so I'm covered in pink glitter. So that's unfortunate or fortunate, however you want to look at it. But basically I completed everything on my list, just kind of preparing myself for 2025. You know, we got the goals done, we got our calendars up, did some manifesting, got Christmas decorations down, and made a new playlist. All things which are very important for me for starting my new year. I hope you guys found something that is useful for you for starting your new year. I know that one of my biggest tips is always doing like that manifestation or creating that vision board, whatever that means for you, and getting whatever you're picturing for your new year set in stone for you. I also hope that you guys came up with some goals that just are really meaningful for you, but are also manageable. I feel like that's something that a lot of people don't do with their New Year's goals and resolutions, is they kind of are just like really, really broad or really, really big. So it's always super important to make goals that aren't necessarily always baby steps, but are attainable within the year. For me, a new year is just a time to completely refresh everything, because it's, for me, every single year is kind of like a new start to a new chapter, right? Being the little book nerd I am, I find that viewing it as the start of a new chapter is always just a way to help me go forward. But if you have already had a rough start to your new year, just remember that we're only a couple days in. We still have so many more days and so many more days to make it a good year. And you know, we can't always control what's going on around us. I know I'm feeling that a lot right now. There's a lot in my life that is going on around me that I just can't control. So I'm taking control of the small things that I can, like making goals, manifesting for myself, taking down Christmas decorations, putting up calendars, kind of just getting myself and I very much prepared mentally for this year surrounding my personal life, right? Those things that go on around us can deeply affect us, but they shouldn't permanently affect us to the point that we aren't working on ourselves. But basically everything on my checklist for getting ready for 2025 is done, so this is going to be the end of today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy this video and maybe got some motivation to help get a jump start to your year, kind of just help refresh yourself. If you guys have any questions or any other things you want to ask me or any of the sorts, feel free to ask me in the comments down below. I will also have playlists, my new playlist for both Apple Music and Spotify, linked in the description below so that you guys can go and listen to that if you feel like you want to. And of course, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and hit that post notification bell. And I hope you guys have an amazing start to your new year, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!